Okay. So in the last class, we actually stopped here. So let's talk about this problem. So this problem is trying to tell you you're ready to buy a house and you have this much of savings. Okay. And this money you want to use it for down payment and closing costs. Closing costs are estimated to be 4% of the loan value. You have an annual salary of 36,000. Bank is willing to give you for monthly mortgage payment to be equal to 28% of the monthly income. And we also have interest rate information. And you want to go for 30-year fixed rate loan. Now, how much money the bank will give you as a loan and how much you will have also together to buy the house. Make sense? So if I summarize, it's trying to tell you, you have some sort of savings, 20,000 to be used for down payment and closing costs, okay? And then you have monthly income. From that, you can use for what? Monthly mortgage payment, okay? So how much loan you're gonna get and how much in total you can afford to buy the house. So let's say your monthly income $3,000, because 36,000 is your total income, right? Annual salary, right? Bank is willing to give 28% of your monthly income. The bank is telling you how much you earn per month. You should use 28% of that to pay for each month loan payment, right? So you can think this value is basically annuity or payment in the financial calculator. Make sense? Now, if you can pay $840 each month for 30 years, which means 30 times 12, 360 months, you have interest information. What should be the present value of that? 840 is your payment, 360 is your N, 0.5 is basically your interest rate. Future value 0. What should be your present value of this payment? How much you got for present value?
$140,000, or $140,000 on number. And then, so since.
Let's round it to 5. This is what you got, present value, $140,000, 105. So bank want to give you max this much of loan today. So this is how much bank is willing to give you, because bank told you you're only allowed to make 20% of your monthly income as your loan payment. That means this is your 20% of monthly income. This is the max bank is willing to give you as a loan value today. Make sense? Now, closing cost, 4% of the loan value, right? Four percent times 1.0105. Right? 5,604. Just 4%. How you are planning to pay the closing cost?
Doing that out of pocket.
Out of pocket, we have 20,000 in pocket, right? So that means down payment should be 20,000 minus 5,604. Right? Because we put aside 20,000 to pay for closing cost and down payment. And that should be 14396. Always remember, closing cost is just a cost. It's not investment. Investment is this one and this one. Now, how much money the bank will give you as a loan? This much. How much you can offer for the house? Your house should be 140,105 plus 14396. Make sense? Question so far. Some basic calculations if you understand like how things work. So the thing is that from your monthly income, you will pay a loan, right? So if you look here, we calculate this value just thinking about 28% of your monthly income. Make sense? Just a very basic present value calculations we did so far, but we extract the payment information from the monthly income, 28%, right? We got this. Second thing we need to understand is closing cost is just a cost on the loan value. We just paid it for nothing. We did not get anything by paying closing cost, service fee. Paying this much. And then rest we can use as a down payment to invest in the asset. Loan value, down payment value. That's my house price could be. I can offer max this much. Questions? Okay. Now let's do these problems. If you start in praising or worrying, feel free to let me know, okay? Okay. So how much you got so far? How much you got? Okay, let's see. Do you agree with that? It's a basic present value of match, right? So basically, the graph here is trying to say you need it at retirement, right? At the same time, you invest the money at retirement too, right? You don't need to bother about when you're entering, right? So basically, N should be how much? 25 times of interest is given 0.75. Present value that we need to calculate, future value is 0, payment should be 1,000, right? Okay. So now we are moving on how to find payment. If you read this problem, suppose you want to borrow this much today, let's say today, for a new car. You can borrow 8% a year, compounded monthly. Compounded monthly, but rate is given annually. What do you have to do? Convert to monthly rate, right? 8 divided by 12, so that's the monthly rate. If you take a 4-year loan, what is the monthly payment? Very basic. Same 5 parameters. If we know N, if we know interest, if we know present value, future value 0, calculate payment. That's the one way of doing so. We pass a calculator, or this is the present value formula. We go over plus plus. The only missing variable is C, cash flow or payment. Plug in all information, calculate this side, and then divide 20,000 by entire this side, you get 48. Make sense? Just solve the basic equations or use the function calculator. Finding the number of payments, which is basically N. So this is little trick. Easy way is calculator, partial calculator. But if you don't want to use that, it's going to be a little problematic during the exam. So let's say you ran a little short on a speed break vacation, and this is the loan you created on the credit card. And this much you want to pay per month. Interest rate on the credit card is 1.5% per month. Easy way, partial calculator, right? We need to calculate how long, which is N, okay? How long, which is N. Stretch. So for this problem, the present value is $1,000. Payment is 20. Interest rate is basically 1.5. Future value is 0. How much you get for the N? How much is N? Done. You, yes, not done. Yes, you done. Yeah. Oh, I got a little over 93 months. Yeah, that's the right answer. So in the test, be careful. It's 93 months, not year, not days, okay? So basically, you have to be careful with informations, making payments each month, making interest rate each month. That means the end, they're gonna give you monthly information. Now, if you want the test, it asks for years, convert it to years, if not, there's information. Any idea how can we do it without the function calculator? If you want to do it without the function calculator, we have to use present value formula, which is 1000. Let's go back to the present value formula. Right? Now from there, you have to solve these equations. Do you want to solve these equations on the test? Do you want to? If not, then it's better to learn final answer. Question so far? Yes.
In this example, why is present not?
Why present value negative? Good point. $1,000 of loan you created. So that means you got this $1,000 loan, right? Now for the payment, you make $20 payment each year, right? Making sense? So you receive this much or you consume this much, now you pay it. Makes sense? Hypothetically, if you don't forget to use the negative sign, it will correspond, okay? On the calculation. The big questions. This is the same thing you guys can practice at your own when you're at home. Now finding the rate. Same way, plug in all information and ask for interest rate, right? You have to be careful. If your payments are monthly, that means interest rate are monthly, okay? On the test, you may see that it's asked what is your annual rate. Be careful with that on the frequency, okay? Make sense? If you guys want to do, just practice this one with yourself. Then let's see how much you got, okay? How much you got interest rate monthly? Present value 1,000 for 10,000. Payment 2,758 and 60. Future value 0. How much you got for that? 5.7499. Be careful, this is monthly. Times 12 is your annual rate, okay? If you want to calculate interest rate through formula without the calculator, there is no direct way to calculate interest rate using the formula. So basically, before financial calculator, before Microsoft Excel, trial and error process have been used to calculate the interest rate. So they always start with some hypothetical interest rate and try to find, given that information, how can they equate present value with expected cash flow, the present value of all the expected cash flows. And they do trial and error to reach a certain point. So before Excel, before calculator, that was the process. But if you have calculator and Excel, now it's easy. You can plug in, you can get the exact information, the exact rate that you require for these investments. Question so far? Okay, if we're good so far, let's solve these 4 problems. 1AB, 2AB. So how much you got for 1A? Yes, buddy. 200? 40 or 42? Okay. 240,000. 87. 87. Do we agree with that? How much you got here?
$1.439% month.
Monthly, okay, 1.439%. Do you agree with this? All? Now, problem 2A and B, they say. Here, suppose we have 200,000 to be for you. Okay. 20,000, 1.75. How many marks you could receive? 5,000. Right? For 2A, this should be input. How much you got for N, like the month? Right? How much you receive got for 2A? Around 47 months, 47.72. B. Around. Question so far. Okay, then we're going to stop here. See you all on Thursday, right?